Okay, everybody, welcome to the Entrepreneurial Palette. It's September 1st, 2025, and I have my guest Lisette Murphy on. We're going to audit your websites. We're auditing our websites together and trying to figure out kinks here and there and get inspired to, I don't know, really hash it out and make them really nice and exciting to be on. So thank you for being here, Lisette. Thank you for being here, everybody.
Thank you for having me, Brittney Monster. I'm so glad that you invited me on for this, Brittney, because you and I, for years, have been supporting one another for the various evolutions of our websites, and we've gotten to really see one another grow and apply different things and try stuff out. And I know you and I are both students of the School of Life and have learned a lot of what we've learned by trial and error.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Working on websites for ourselves and working on websites for other people. And you just figure stuff out by doing it sometimes, a lot of the times. And this is certainly one of those areas for me. So I guess I wanted to just kind of leap in here by starting off with this idea that I have about websites, which is that, and I mentioned this a little bit earlier, some of us were online for a few hours earlier, and I just remember that like some projects that we work on are finite. Some of them have a beginning and an end, right? You start a painting, you finish a painting, you sell the painting, it's out of your studio, you're done with that project. A website is like an infinite project. It's a game that just evolves, and you can either choose to accept that reality or you can live in denial of reality and always kick yourself in the shins for not having your website, quote unquote, done.
Yeah.
Right.
We always,
Say that again.
oh yeah, that's the truth. It's never ending. And then there's all the updates, and you're always putting new merchandise and
Yep.
trying to stay up with the sales, everything. It's always a work in progress. So if
Yep.
you're feeling like you're behind, don't feel like that.
Nope. 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 I stopped even counting version iterations of my website years ago. I'm like, it's just a constantly evolving project. I used to think like, oh, I'll get it done in 3 stages. By the time those 3 stages are done, you're ready to rehash the first idea. And for artists in particular, um, you know, the idea is that we're growing and changing and our work is evolving and how we're putting ourselves out there is evolving. The world is evolving, how the market is responding is evolving, what we might be offering at any time or highlighting at any point changes, and the technology of the platforms that we're working on changes really quickly as well. So some of us, like I think my generation, I'm in my mid 40s, and I feel like my whole life has just been spent keeping up with one platform and another and trying to optimize for one thing or another. So it's like, am I doing a Tumblr? Am I doing a, MySpace? I've like curated so many little homes for myself, as I know most of us here have. But really doubling down on the artist website was a project that I've undertaken in the last 5.5, 6 years here with us together to really say, like, oh, how can I make this better? And we've all been helping one another through. So we've got, Alana, we do have your website queued up. We've got a bunch of websites queued up, uh, also including Brittany's and mine. And Brittney and I seshed a little bit. I know that she and I both have learned a lot just by having a swipe file, having artists' websites that we have looked at to be like, how are they doing that so that I can reverse engineer that? What do I like about that? So one of the things that we're going to do to kick stuff off is go through some of the artist websites that we appreciate, go through that quickly. And then we will be going through, we'll start with the folks that are here live. Does that sound good, Brittany? Yeah. Okay, cool. Cool, cool. Brittany, I wondered if you wanted to start by, do you want me to share and you can talk as I scroll through some of those swipe file folks that you sent me?
That would be wonderful. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
I feel very official with my headphones on and the microphone. Does it make me sound like a true authority? Okay. Okay. I am going to bump your share off there, Sarah. And
I didn't realize I was still sharing.
Got it.
you're all good. I have so many screens going right now. I am just trying to figure out where I'm at. Um, Give me two shakes of a sheep's tail here. I'm going to bring up. Okay, so we've got three inspiration websites that you sent, three or four, Brittany, and we're just going to scroll through them and you can talk about some of the stuff that you dig about them. So we'll hit share here. And there we go.
Yay, this is one of my favorite websites. I'm on it all the time because I get reminders in my email. She's really good about sending out, like, hey, this is what's new in the shop. And that works for me because I always want to see what else she's got. She has new merchandise all the time. It's really colorful.
Yep.
She's always updating this stuff. Her models are always new. They're all just her friends, and she kind of just edits everything on Canva, I'm pretty sure.
Hmm.
Um, she has fun stuff like stickers and rainbow makers, and you know,
Yep.
it's really fun. It's just eye catching mostly, I think, is what I like about it, and all the
Hmm.
fun stuff that she has. So I'm always inspired by what she's putting out next, and like
Mm.
how can I do that? How can I
Love
get
it.
a rainbow maker? So yeah,
Yep.
wokeface.com.
Wokeface.com. So wokeface.com, I'm noticing the great use of this pop-up, and you've really leveraged some of these bells and whistles on your own website. I'm always super impressed with all these little upgrades that you've been figuring out, Brittany. So this is like seasonal giveaway situation, and it says this really quick photo edit that tells you everything you need to know about the brand and a quick, clear call to action, but it's all a fun pop-up. I love that. Here, I'm going to pop back here and let's just take a look. First impression. So you get the pop up and then you just get like so much fun. This is like lifestyle, I would say. This is like giving you a vibe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How do these products fit into what you're doing in your life?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, strong color palette. You definitely get it's so playful. They just let you know how you can feel with all of these art products in your life. Love the incense pignon. Have some burning right now. Perfect. Okay, let's take a look at so woke face. Anything else you want me to highlight while we're looking at their stuff here, Brittany?
I just want to say that she's about in her 40s too, and she's an independent artist. She's doing this all herself.
Love that.
It's very exciting
Love,
to me.
love that. And so woke face, this is really there we go. Meet the crew and it's been drawn, which is really intimate and fun. And you can see this kind of social conscious stuff like hey, we do environmental impact. Hey, okay, I would assume this is probably stuff from their feed, but it's the humanizing aspect. You have to dig in for a little while before you see who's behind Wokeface, but once you're there, it's really sweet.
Mhm.
Okay, and then it clicks out, and then you can see more of the behind the scenes stuff. Yeah, cool, 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 cool. Okay, that was fun. Okay, who do we have here? Join my
And
email.
oh yeah, there it is right there. Join my email right when you pop in.
Boom.
That's a big deal. I've really found that the email list is probably more effective than gaining followers on Instagram, just
Yep.
because you have this is your close community. This is people that really care about what you're putting out and what you have to say, that they
Hmm.
want to hear from you in a personal email. So the
Yep.
more people you can get on your email list, I just think that's
That's
great.
right. I like this email capture in terms of like simplicity for the artist too, because if you are fishing out in all sorts of different places on the internet, you can drive traffic to one landing place. And the first thing that everyone is going to have to funnel through is this email capture. And what I like about it is that they're sweetening it for you by saying like, oh, well, you can get money just by subscribing. It's like, I'm going to give you something for free here. But you can send all of your traffic to your main URL, gregsimkinsart.com, and instantly the first thing people do is they have an ask from you, but they also instantly have an offer, which is great. And boom, you can see all of the art right away with a really distinct vibe.
And I like the contrast of this one and Woke Face because it seems like he's a little bit more of a painter. He
Hmm.
doesn't have as many merchandise items, so
Hmm.
the focus is more around the art. So it's
Hmm.
just different ways to do it if you have a shop versus if you're looking for more of a gallery and
Hmm.
about the artist.
Hmm.
Two different ways of doing it.
Right, right. So I'm seeing, okay, so by clicking on this, it's just a side scrolling gallery that just takes me through and then bounces me back. So this is going to be like a highlight reel. Okay, if I click on something, it takes me to some video assets. That's cool. I like having this is the news section is like leveraging the blog portion of his website. And so something that I've been thinking about for my own website, I'll talk about here, which is the power of housing a blog on your website if you're a word person for leveraging SEO and driving traffic to your website via keyword keywords in a blog. So I'm looking at migrating my newsletter backlog into the blog on my website specifically for that reason. So this is cool, and I'm going to be checking out the about on each of these too.
Yes, and if you haven't, the pop-up thing, Alana says she hasn't figured that out. I looked on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Usually for Shopify at least, they have tutorials that you can
Mm-hmm.
go straight to on YouTube, and it does take a lot of R&D and
Mm-hmm.
time, but
Mm-hmm.
it's worth it in the end because to
Mm-hmm.
just to have that on there. So
Mm-hmm.
I encourage everybody to look at the tutorials that they have available on YouTube.
100%. I feel like half of my work time I carve out just to like go hunt and find information on how to make the thing work.
Yeah,
You
I feel
know, just build it in.
that's
Okay.
most of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we've got positive creations here.
And Chris Dyer is just a workhorse. He's
Yep.
putting his whole soul into everything he does. And this is another good example of a merchandise shop.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yep.
he does have a gallery website, but I chose this one just because of
Mm-hmm.
all the different things that you can do with the banners and the featured products. I really like having
Mm-hmm.
the featured products right
Yes.
there.
Yeah, this is great because all website building platforms will let you kind of pick the speed of these now and like how large this kind of landing splash situation is. And you can really leverage a lot of this here. You can pack a lot of information into this section and nice, clean artist designed logo right up front. It's hitting you with a ton of like, you get the vibe, you get the graffiti vibe, you get the heady vibe, you get the like skate culture vibe. You know, like he's definitely delivering his brand right up front. And then it's like, here's all the chill ways that you can interact with my stuff. That's why you're here. I'm going to give it to you. Very simple. Very, I feel like I'm at the shop at the mall, where I can just get any of the things.
Yeah, and I feel like the
There you
more
go.
options you have right away, it draws people into they want to shop more. I don't
Agreed.
the more there is. You just want to keep going. Like what else is in here? And he's got a lot, so it makes it more time consuming, and you spend more
Yep.
time on the website.
I like just his choice of artist website kind of mirrors that. It's like him surrounded by so much stuff. It's him just being like, look at how prolific I am and look at how surrounded I am in this vibe and you could be too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. And if we say learn more about positive creations, then we get some like behind the scenes, which is super fun. And people always love to see this stuff. You as a youngin' who doesn't love that stuff, you in the early culture, whatever it is, you at the festivals, people love that stuff. So he's doing some storytelling here about himself and his history. I dig that. Hey, look at this website that I found.
Okay.
um, I thought that before we switched over, well, should I switch over? Should I do my inspo ones and then we can look at yours and mine to see how we'd have applied stuff?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So this is Andy J Pizza. .com. And you can tell that he's on a Squarespace, which I am as well. So his website was interesting to me because I recognized he was building on the same platform that I use, and I could do a lot of swiping from him. So I liked his video reel here. And as an animator, I'm interested in his animated text. That's something that I do a lot of. So I was like, all right, what else can I swipe from this guy? One of the things I like from him is that he's also a multifaceted creator who isn't preferencing his web shop necessarily. He's like, I'm also a speaker and like talking about different projects. So he's got some commercial work because he does these books. But then he's highlighting this other aspect of his portfolio. Hey, I've got client work. So he's got surface design and murals and print all beautifully laid out. I just think this is so sexy. It's a great way to be like, I do a lot of different stuff, but it's all in my style. So this is something that has been interesting me to look at. He also produces a podcast. So for any of us that have so many different disciplines going, I thought this would be a nice thing to swipe from. Again, I just love all of the lettering that he's doing. He's created himself a sizzle reel. This is something I'm working on this fall. Again, just a lot of the artist's hand. And then at the very bottom, you get the artist or the artist about. And I've been seeing this in a lot of websites. I'll show you if up here at the top I click podcast, it just takes me down the page. So this is a trend that I'm seeing in a lot of websites. So it's like the menu will link, but it's just linking you farther down the page. So what I'm hearing about that is that it has to be just kind of scrollable. And so most of the platforms are optimized for both mobile and desktop now, but the way that the modules work, at least for Squarespace, I know that his website also just looks super great on the phone, which is nice that the web platforms do a lot of that for us now. So that's Andy J. Pizza. Another artist whose career I've been following for a long time is Kim Kranz. I'm interested in her on this side of artistry. So she's the one who did Kim Kranz, New York Times bestselling author and founder, creative director of The Wild Unknown. She does those just absolutely stunning oracle cards, tarot cards. And so she definitely has links to her best-selling work. She's quite famous, but this now has become more of like a what I would call like a personality page. It's much more about artist. Her work is already out there. It's selling itself. She's moved into more of like a founder and thought leader kind of a situation. So she's spending a lot more time talking about like her career path. She's starting to get into more musical work, but you're getting a really clean. You can see like this is I was like a heady artist and now I'm authority in this like spiritual creative space. She's just like really did a lot of leveling up over the last like 6 years in this kind of like professional spiritual lady kind of territory. And I think a lot of us fit into that a category. So I thought it'd be interesting for us to look at. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, her tarot cards are so beautiful. I love all of them. Yeah.
Incredible, incredible. And again, she's using her custom handwriting, which I'm confident was done in Procreate. All of us can do that. That's how I do it. So that's Kim Kranz. And then the last one I wanted to highlight, Elisa Condon, is just such a delight. So she's really preferencing her merchandise. You get 15% off. It's like back to school, baby. But email capture and her vibe is totally this. She's designed it top to bottom with her font and her colors. She's really clear on her design direction, and that's the artist. That was her. So you see her right away, and it just gives you such a wonderful, again, lifestyle because she's, again, doing a lot of surface design and stuff. But you instantly understand what she's about, what her color language is about, what her vibe is about. Like you understand. There's her, again, really great little sizzle reel. I'm interested in building one of these. You get so much information about the artist. If I go to about, meet Lisa, she spends a lot of real estate because she's an artist who has quite a career. Just talking about like, whoa, I've done all of this incredible, amazing work, award winning, boom. But hey, I'm really playful and fun, and here I am in my like custom bike kit. So there we go. Good, good. Okay, so I wondered if before we switch to the rest of the room, now that you've seen some of the inspiration that Brittany and I have, Brittany, do you want to talk a bit about your website, just from in the same kind of flavor as we've been talking about the others? Talk a little bit about what you do and why.
Yeah, again, I always look for inspiration in other artists' websites. I'm always looking at what they're doing, what maybe I can add, and then, tutorials for a couple hours and
Yeah.
I'll get something on there. I'm focused on a lot of the merchandise that I sell because I can create it anytime and I can create so much out of one single painting that it's a nice continuous flow of income.
Hmm.
Um, just creating paintings, I did that for a couple years, just doing mini paintings and kicking out as much as I could, but it got tiring. So
Hmm.
it's like, why don't you monetize on the things that you've already made? And there's so much. I have a library of so much stuff.
Yes.
So I'm focusing on the web store. It's not as clean as I wanted it to be. I think
Mm.
I fiddled around with some AI stuff in the background just to see how that looked. And a lot of it's I do order samples for myself.
Hmm.
The samples I order for myself and take my own pictures actually do better than the mock-ups that they come with on Shopify or Printful or whatever.
I bet.
Yeah, it just makes it more personal, I think. And the personal touch is what people are looking for. And that's what I like about the last couple websites we're looking at
Mm.
is that handwriting is so
Hmm.
inspiring to me.
Hmm. I
And
love this, Brittany, the flowers and the sky, your
yeah,
hand.
it just gives you a glimpse of where I'm coming from and where this product is coming from.
Hmm.
So
Love
kind of
that.
hard on that. Yeah, this is a
Mm.
3 years in the making.
Hmm.
Still working out kinks.
Hmm.
Yep, definitely. It's not easy, but the more time you spend on it and invest in yourself, the better it
Yeah.
gets.
Yeah. 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 Absolutely. Snaps to that. Well, I want to say just the first impression that you get when you land on BrittanyMonster.com, it just feels you've done such a wonderful job with this real estate right at the landing here. Getting to see your little custom mark, signature mark here feels like instantly like, ooh, I'm right in here with you. The color palette, I feel like is so beautifully descriptive of your mood of your art. This character here feels like such a perfect ambassador to usher people into your work. And I like that it's just nice and bold. That's really lovely. And then the way that you've cataloged each of your items, because you do have so many different types of merchandise in your shop, it's so clean and clear and navigable. I love being able to navigate it that first way on the landing page and then seeing it parceled out in a different way here is really nice. And I know from using your website in the past that I purchased this gorgeous patch. Every time I wear it, it's people smile at me all day. It is so sweet. People just love it. It like makes people feel so good, Brittany.
Well, I received a sticker from somebody randomly, and it says "You are beautiful" on it, and I just
Oh,
feel like that message needs
I
to be.
have that sticker.
Yes, yes,
oh, how sweet.
get
I
around.
I put this on my hat and people just beam glow at me all day. It's fantastic. Um, and I see that you've got in both of your menus here about the artist, about Brittany Munster, and such a sweet, inviting photo of you.
Yeah,
Lovely.
yeah, I think it's pretty clean. It's a lot of the kinks have been worked out. Adding pages is not my forte. That's next.
Yeah.
Adding pages.
Well, so I was just going to ask you because it's an infinite game, what are you working on next, or what are the things that you're going to try to move towards in your next when you next approach your website?
I would love to have a preview to my newsletter on there, a
Yeah.
blog, like a blog preview.
Yep. Yep.
Mhm.
Love that. Love that. You and I can support one another on that blog creation. I've just got to, if we could do some body doubling to get that done, that'd be great.
Can I
Yeah.
ask you a question, Brittany?
Yes.
You've got a login button up at the top right. What is that for? Do you have like a
Yeah.
subscription?
It's a login to the website, so in case you want to keep something in your cart and go back to
Oh,
it later, it'll
Oh,
save all your information.
okay,
okay,
cool. Cool,
nice.
cool.
Because I've seen
Cool.
that for like subscriptions to stuff, but I was like, I don't know if I need to put that in there. I was like, I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that
Mm-hmm.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you want to highlight on your page? I like how you have newsletter subscription embedded between juicy things.
Used to be at the bottom, but yeah, after
Uh-huh.
looking at a couple other ones, I was like, that needs to be somewhere more prominent
Yeah.
for sure. And then
Yeah.
instead of a pop-up, I put it there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so another thing that I really like is if you do visit the website and you leave after clicking on a few things, it'll send you an email and it'll say, hey, did you see something that you liked? And
Yes.
remind you of the products that I have for sale and featured items. And that brings people back. It's a high percentage of people that come back after that.
Oh,
I think that's
oh,
valuable.
that's fabulous to hear. So tell us, so you're working on Shopify, yeah?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
was that a free plugin? Was that a free part of your plan to
Yeah.
do? Wow.
And on
Nice.
Shopify, when you log into your account, they have prompts for you to finish these tasks. That was one of the tasks that it prompted me to do. Hey, you want to set this up
Ah,
because this is a good idea. So I
love
just
it.
kind of followed the trail and
Hmm.
had a tutorial ready for me and everything. So
Love
all I
that.
had to do was spend a little time to set it up. I think it took maybe 2 hours to set up the email.
Love that.
It was very easy to
Love it.
information. Yeah.
Love it. You know what I like about this too, Brittany, is the landing really says, though you have it, I like that you have it spelled out here. It feels like fine art and illustration. It feels like I'm on an artist's website. I really like that. Yeah.
Appreciate that. Yeah.
What's that?
I appreciate that. That's good feedback.
Oh, yeah. 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 It feels like an artist's website in a really nice way. Nice. Okay. Do you want to look at mine?
Do it.
Okay. Whoop. Okay. Here we go. You've landed on Lisette's website, lisettemurphy.com. So you can see after having seen some of my swipe files, some of the things that I've been working with over here on my site. As an animator, I already have an animated signature that I use in a lot of different places, assets for my newsletter. And so I'm playing with that here. And this is going to be probably a temporary video. As I told you, this winter, I'm hoping to make like a nice sizzle reel that will patch together a lot of different projects so that rather than just this one scene, there will be a lot of scenes. I think that works well for me as someone who does a lot of different type of stuff. But here, I'll scroll with you so you've got a little. So this iteration was really about me saying join image word mystery and putting myself out there. Part of this upgrade to my website was along with the development of my newsletter image word mystery. So if I click on that, it takes you directly to my Substack. I'm going to move this, as I was saying, and host it now directly on my site so that I'm not losing traction, and keeping everything in lisettemurphy.com is going to be part of my migration this winter. So I'll report to you on how that works. I also want to let you know that I'm a non-ordinary documentarian. You can play it directly in the thing and hear everyone's amazing voices. And if you scroll down, I haven't been plugging my merchandise or my store as hard as I have in the past. There isn't, of course, you can really tell what I'm preferencing is join me in this world. But also, if you want, you can get art. And so I've got my shop right now is a lot of my daily visions and originals, clearing out a lot of originals on paper. And then I just have a couple of my prints that I used to keep up online. This will be growing as I start producing more visual work. So I had to give it room to expand, but I also do workshops and classes. So I had to make that really its own store to separate that from other merch. My workshops I then sell as one thing or as a membership. So those both ended up being their own product in my website. And I'm working on Squarespace. I've also said, hey, you can work with me one-on-one. So this, you can see why I was interested in artist pages that had like a lot of different stuff going on, but where the center point was the artist rather than the product. Like I'm trying to do a lot of brand building around Lisette as this kind of ecosystem. I do have a much edited portfolio gallery right now. My site used to be primarily portfolio. But really, it's kind of about connecting with Lisette. So I go pretty deep into my linking to the various things, and I go right in for an artist statement that balances kind of the woo-woo and the technical. And I wanted it to feel really personal with my photo.
Same. It feels personal, and I really love the video on the homepage. That really brings you in.
Yay! Good.
Yeah, it does feel really and all the links are great too. Having links wherever you can have them, I think is super important.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, to chime in and say that that reel is pretty sizzly.
Yeah, right. I
love
mean, worked pretty well. People love to see us working. And as an artist who has left social media, I have to share my that intimate side in a different way. So I have to really tell a story on my website, and I tell a story through my newsletter and do just a lot of like behind the scenes kind of stuff. Try to leverage the stuff for that because I'm not sharing behind the scenes on social media. So, with that, Brittney, shall we move into let's see, it's 6:40 now. That's great. That gives us like an hour and 15 to cruise. Okay. Let me, hey, shall we start with Alana?
Go for it.
So here's what we thought we would do. Brittney, you and I could just take turns giving our first impressions as we scroll through. So before the artist talks and tells us maybe what their concerns are, questions, or plans, we could just give you just a gut response to let you know what we're seeing as first timers to your page, get a sense of how you're being perceived out there, and then we could dive a little bit deeper. So let me just make sure in terms of time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I want to make sure to keep our timing making sense here.
Thank you.
I just want to make sure you got mine in there too, Lisette, because I know I had to make it live or whatever. I put it in the link or in the chat, excuse me.
You're so awesome, and I got you here. Sudie Bell says it's coming soon. Is that
Yeah, I thought I made it live. It said I was live. Let me work on that.
no
Sorry.
worries. No worries. Yeah, I just wondered if I refreshed it, if it would do it, but it's not. No worries. Well, we'll start with Alana. So I'm thinking if that's everyone, oh my gosh, y'all have so many screens. This is hilarious. It's both great and a little bit confusing. Okay, so Brian asked the question, how many words for your artist statement on your website? That's probably its whole own focus. That's its whole own session. But what we are going to notice as we look at one another's sites today is we can get kind of a feeling for how long we see other artists are and what feels right. Thank you for telling me that that photo is super sexy. I appreciate you. I wanted a photo that made me feel like me. Hey, Julia, if you came in late, unfortunately, we cut off our accepting at 5 after the hour new sites so that we could keep on time. But if we have extra time, we will definitely get to it. I think I've got folks up. We'll see what we can do. Let's just roll with it. Let's roll. Alana. Brittney, do you want to give first impressions as I scroll around?
I love, I love this page right here. Bam. Okay, that's what Alana does.
Yep.
Yeah, it's nice,
Yep.
bold and big, and
Yep.
otherworldly mixed media paintings and artwork is a great way to describe
Yeah.
that picture in particular. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You're giving so much information about your artwork just by showing us this wonderful detail. It makes me hungry for more.
yeah,
Yeah. And so I'm like, ooh, so if I click around, nothing happens. So it moves me up here. And so I see the collective unconscious. Wonderful side scrolling action. That's fun. Um, Lovely. So now we're seeing a collection of work.
ooh, I like how each one has, when you scroll over, it has a description. That's always nice too.
Hmm. Okay. And if we do this, it'll pop it into a different gallery view. We can exit out. Really nice. That's really slick. And we've got a little statement up here of this body of work. That's really professional, really slick. Hmm. So what about digital art now enough used? Aha, nice. That side scroll is fun.
I've not, that was built in.
What's your platform that you're designing on?
So this is on Wix, and if anybody needs to like renew something, I just renewed it today because it expired. And then I was like, shit, it like expired on the day I'm supposed to present it. I was like, I have
Of
to
course.
renew it. And they actually have a 50% off sale for Labor Day. So if you do need like a website, it's a good day
Cool.
to do that.
Cool, cool. Love this. I love these little blocks of flavor at the top, kind of setting this stage for what each of these little areas is about.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think that looks really bad on mobile because it's like too chunky, so I don't know what to do about it, but
Mm-hmm.
these are old.
That's interesting. I wonder if anyone has some thoughts on that. Let's look at our
I
about.
mean, I can like maybe just delete it for mobile or put it at the bottom or something, but
In
don't
your
know.
editor for Wix, does it have an
Mhm.
option to switch between the views?
Yeah.
Are you able to edit the mobile
Hmm.
separately?
Yeah.
Maybe you can just tweak it on there and it'll
Mm-hmm.
turn
Yeah.
out a little better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'll have to figure out like a scrolling box or something.
Yeah, that might be a good idea. The
That'd be
scrolling.
great. Or if there's like a load more kind of a thing, like read more, that will expand.
Yeah.
I love this very mysterious, colorful photo. Love that. And I'm going to look at your CV here. I really like the downloadable CV. That's nice and slick. Look at that. Beautiful. Really pretty, Alana. Love that you're reusing the same heading so it ties it all together. Feels really slick. Nice work.
Thank you.
Yeah, I love this. Love that. So, what are your main questions that you have about this right now? And what's your main purpose of your website?
It's pretty much a gallery, I would
Mhm.
say. I would I've recently added the print shop and
Mhm.
I like had to pay somebody to help me set everything up and it was a
Mhm.
whole process. It just was not going to happen otherwise. And
Dude, yeah, sometimes we can't wear
yeah,
all the hats.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I tried for like 3 years and it just was not happening. So I was like, let me pay somebody. But yeah,
Nice.
and the print shop, I I just don't know how to sort it or
Okay.
should I put all my products in one thing? I definitely need a search bar, but
Uh-huh.
like should I link the from the from the gallery to the product? Like I've seen that done. I don't know.
That makes
Yeah.
it nice. That's a really quick and easy way for people to do it. Like, oh, I like that. And they can click on it and they're there. Here's a print. I like
Mm,
also on the side how they are separated into paper prints, canvas prints, metal prints. That helps a lot.
Yeah.
I think I've done mine a lot by the date. I like to have the newest one first.
Mhm. I'd say a lot of this that I assume is automatic is like this is overwhelming here.
Yeah.
It's probably
I
just
did.
yeah.
I didn't put that in again. It
Yeah, yeah,
just
yeah. Like this
came
is
there.
yeah, clearly like I'd like to select red oak, please.
There's
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And all of us are going to run into different things like this with our websites just for
Okay.
because so much is automatic built into these different platforms. A lot of things you have to play around with toggling stuff off and on, figure out what works for you. Um, so suggestions on, yeah, I would say navigability for your shop, but good job getting the print shop up there. And let's go back to your homepage here. I
Should I,
feel
is it nice to have like the homepage like this? Because this is like an old, like you have the splash page and then you have to navigate away. But I like what you were saying with the other artist websites.
I remember when that was the advice, and I've gone away
Yeah.
from it myself. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I too remember the time when we were told to operate like this. And I think
Mhm.
now it's almost fighting against me. I kind of want there to be more that I can click on. I want to be able to click on this picture and the world
Mhm.
portfolio and have it take me there. I think that you could probably front load it. One of the things we're seeing with a lot of these other websites is like if I could see the artist's face like in situ or
Mhm.
somehow connect with them on the first page, it feels nice.
Hmm. I'm
Uh,
kind of shy about putting too many personal details on the internet, to be honest.
100% fair.
Yeah.
100% fair and
I
real.
I've almost been thinking about changing my artist name, so it's not my
Oh,
actual name.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's interesting.
But that's kind of a big commitment. Like I need a new website. Like, you
It
know.
has benefits and detractors, right?
Yeah.
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 Well, can we move on to the next person, putting a pin in this and knowing that we've seen this? Do you feel complete? Have you gotten the read? I think it's absolutely beautiful, and just cleaning up some of that navigation is going to take it to the next level.
Yeah. So navigation just specifically in the shop or
Yeah, and I would say on the landing page too. I want to be able to at minimum click on this stuff and uh be able to
got it.
go more deeply. Brittany, what do you think?
I think the same. And possibly since you already have an about the artist, maybe on
Mhm.
the page you can incorporate like a little snippet from that and
Mhm.
Yeah.
maybe a part of your photo on the front page and people could click on
Mhm.
that and it brings you to the about the artist page because then it brings in that personal aspect of you being on the front
Mhm.
and maybe
Mhm.
Yes,
some featured prints.
love that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Like
like
a
that.
side scroller, a featured, like a teaser of the store that once people click on it, it'll take them into the shop. Yeah, that'd be great.
And I'd like
Sarah.
to chime in just to say that so I'm looking at the sites on the phone too, and like your landing page is like it's beautiful on like it works really well for a laptop, right? Computer. But I think if you can go in and like add to this space
Yeah, you're right.
where you give it its own kind of like long page,
Uh-huh.
that could be a way to like I mean, I think that might go along with like what Lisette was just saying about like
Yeah.
having items that are like enticing and or intriguing,
Yeah.
on the page. So I don't know if you can edit your landing page to be also like a kind of like a scroll.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the nice thing is with Wix, you can edit the mobile version separately too, and it's really not something that I've focused on, which is bad because I think like 50 or 60% of my people are looking on mobile. You can
Yeah.
actually see that.
For
So
sure.
Yeah.
I need to spend more time on it, but
Yeah.
Well, look,
yeah.
Infinite game. It looks beautiful and you've clearly done so much work. The
Yeah.
addition of the in-brand CV is just like so tight. Like I'm taking notes and inspired. That's super good. So you're so the next evolution is going to be so great.
Thanks. Thank you.
It's definitely all there.
It's all there.
Okay.
It's all there.
Thank you.
All there. We've got Shara Osgood up next. Shara, you ready to rock and roll with us, babe? This is great. So this,
Sure. Yeah, so the header is animated, so it like the pictures change, like you see it.
this up here, okay. Oh, behind your, I see.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Let us give you our first impressions here, because I know you just finished this and
Sure.
I have not seen it yet. This is great. Again, fabulous little this little situation here is great. Your little hand-drawn logo-y business is so good, and then the nice clean typography. Wonderful statement of purpose here. I dig that. Elevating communities with visionary, ecstatic, and engaging public art. Boom. So in the flow with all of the public work, and I'm seeing it. There's your chalk, there's your murals. So good.
I love the statement of purpose.
Same.
I haven't thought about that, but that's
Beautiful.
So, bam. And then it says
Beautiful.
contact Shara right underneath, so you can email her directly. Is that to your email?
To the contact page. Beautiful.
Yay.
Beautiful. And this is such a sweet, such an engaging photo. I love it so much.
I need more pictures of myself to go in there and more little video footage and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, this is beautiful. Okay, so murals, mandalas, paintings, oracle deck. Yes, yes, yes. Meet Shara. And we're getting a great example of this. Scroll down so we can get it all on one good long scroll. So this is good. So it's like, hey, I can learn more about Shara. And oh, look at this pro action, babe.
Hmm.
Love it. Yep. This is nice giving us the web version. Dig this, Brittney.
Wowie.
Get it? I love this. What I'm seeing is that this page is going to be so important for all of the next grants and public projects that you apply for. They go to this, they see all these numbers, they're like, I'll go goo goo gaga for that action. They're like, this woman is not a freshman.
And I don't know if you see, but that's me in the background too.
Love it. The purple, the tie-in for your just personal, your hair color and the palette is really good.
Yeah, I wanted purple, but I didn't want it to be the background because a lot of my paintings have a lot of purple. So we went with the blue and the purple.
Ooh, look at this.
And if you put the cursor over one of the pictures.
Oh, yes. Brittney is giving you applause. Dig it. I feel like Vanna White. Yeah.
And then you can click and it actually goes to a full page as well.
Shut it down. I love this. So someone was working on this for you. So what's the backend platform?
I don't
Don't know.
yeah, it's WordPress and other
Okay.
things. And I don't know. I mean, she's
Yeah.
a professional web designer, but she's also
Yeah.
a really good friend of mine that I've known for like more than 20 years.
Love
So she
that.
knows my essence, and she also designed Martin Bridge's website. And if you look at that website, Martin and Carl Bridge, it is phenomenal.
Wonderful.
And part of this is that like adding more art, it just takes so much time and back and
Okay.
forth and money.
That's what I wondered, if you had the capacity to update it yourself now that it's been built.
She's gonna like do a training session with me to actually be able to load things, and also, load events and things that are ever changing.
Okay.
But there's a lot of the structure of how all this stuff works that, she's embedded. And I also have a I don't know what you call her, but a person who's working on my SEO and
Uh-huh.
and the verbiage and how to get my my stuff like
Out there.
more, get it out there to the right people, to like-minded people.
Growth marketing. Good, good, good.
Yeah. And a lot of these, especially the murals, there's multiple pictures when you click, and you get to
Okay.
see different, you know, different
Yeah.
permutations and different aspects, and
Shara, it's just beautiful to see all of this work in one place. I have not seen all of this work, though I've known you've been doing it. So I'm just feeling super impressed. I love the statements throughout.
That's my favorite part.
Yeah, like these are the right length where I get a lot of information in a short time, and it really shares something about your personality that feels so important to your work.
I did do all of the writing, and then Pilar went in and like helped me with some of the
Mhm.
verbiage, but it was all, my thoughts from my own
Yep.
head and whatnot. And yeah,
Mhm.
this one is incomplete. I didn't load all of the images, just the ones that I think are the strongest, because
Great.
I want to keep building on it.
That's right. And it's your website, so you get to choose what goes in when. And I always remind myself of that too. Like sometimes things go in, they spend some time there, and then after a while, I'm like, nope, this doesn't represent me anymore, and I'll take it out, and we can do that.
Yeah, I struggle like you. I wear so many different hats, and there's things that I don't even have pages for, or like the mandalas, most of them aren't loaded yet, even
Mhm.
though I have probably 30 that I would love to share.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, there's only one up there right now, and that's, that's stuff that's coming next.
Mm-hmm.
But I also struggled with the I would like to have a marketing aspect, and I don't have any of that set up.
How do you
Um,
mean?
like there's nowhere on my website where you could buy anything. I mean, you can inquire about paintings, but
Mhm.
I sell prints, and I've had all kinds of other stuff. I still have an Etsy shop, but I haven't done anything there in a long time because I
Mhm.
never really got a lot of traction there.
Mhm.
And I've been trying to decide whether it's worth it to try and load stuff to Etsy and then have it linked that they go there, or to just have a marketing platform on my page. And by the way, that drawing I did in that Halloween when we did a live drawing,
I recognize it. Yeah.
from your
Well, you know what I would say, Shara, is from this perspective, I would say your website right now is so beautifully optimized for the work that you've been getting, which is as a public mural artist, as a public artist, and you've been doing such successful grant writing. This website feels like a grant magnet to me. And I was going to ask what your primary goal was with your website right now. And it seems like clear that you're not prioritizing prints because you've been getting thousands of dollars in public funding. And you're
right.
prioritizing for that beautifully.
It's true, and there is a link to actually inquire about custom work or murals. So,
Yep.
that has been more the focus,
Mm-hmm.
but I do, I would also love to be able
Mm-hmm.
to reach, the people that I reach in other ways, and that,
Mm-hmm.
my prints, my stickers, my other swag, like I
Mm-hmm.
could do a lot more with that
Mm-hmm.
and
Brit
have some more passive income.
Brittney, what's your sense in terms of Shara's shop optimization?
I think that as it is, yeah, the what it's aimed towards is you're getting your goal. Your goal.
Mm-hmm.
But if you added the shop, yeah, it's just more time.
Mm-hmm.
And I
I'd keep it on your website if you can. I wouldn't do Etsy anymore. I was on Etsy for so many years and it's
I hate
done.
Etsy so
that's
much
yeah,
right
that's
now.
what is coming up in the chat is they take a commission and you have to drive people to that website and it takes away you're taking them off your website and giving them to
That's
Etsy.
it.
Right.
It's
That's
good
it.
for shopping.
And
I
what?
Good for shopping if you want something.
it is. It's not as good as it used to be if what you're looking for is handmade good,
It's
artisan
not
goods.
handmade. It's not handmade stuff anymore. When it started, it was all small, independent artists making all their own stuff. And people who got in it early, like it was amazing for them. And it was such a boom. And then
Mm-hmm.
it just became the pyramid of things. And
I worked for one of the first 10 Etsy shops for years. I ran her shop. Really interesting to see that evolve over the years. It's a totally different platform, but I know we got to keep moving here.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Well, Shara, I know that this is a long time coming to get this all together, and you're devoting resources to have professionals support you on this. I just cheer you on because, again, like we can't wear all the hats, and if you clearly have chosen wisely people to support you in moving this forward, and the payoff is huge. It looks really tight.
You know, I honestly, I tried to do it myself, and I
Mhm.
had like Weebly, and I had it for years that I was paying for it, and I never got it together. I never had the focus. I needed somebody
Yeah.
else who's organized to
Yeah.
actually do that part and who has the tech experience.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I feel like it was good. And I also got to support some friends that I love, and they're supporting me, and that's perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. 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 Well, I'm really inspired by the way that you've showcased your different projects, and this is really pretty to see. Nice to see what a web designer is doing with your work, so that we got a taste of this pro status. Let's move forward, shall we? Go on to the next one. I'm going to rock on over here to Meg's page. Hi, Meg.
Hello.
It's so nice to see you, Meg.
Oh, it's great.
Ooh.
Great to even hear your voice. It's been a while.
It has been a while. Hi. Oh, look at this. I have not seen this. So I assume this must be somewhat recent that you've gotten this together. Is that true?
Actually, somewhat recent. I'm kind of
Okay.
in the midst of another changeover. Uh,
Uh-huh.
Pretty much the last 4 years have been heavy on the pet portraits is what's been selling.
Yep.
So I was trying to focus on that, but really I miss doing all the different types of art. And I have the
Okay.
curse of multidisciplinary from the exhibitions. I still have so much to actively put up on there.
Great. Okay, Brittney, first impressions.
First impressions, I get the impression that you are doing a lot of pet portrait commissions, and that's your main,
Yep.
that's what we're focusing on here. Which, I
Mhm.
mean, man, that brings in the money for real, the pet portrait.
Absolutely. That was my bread and butter for years. I mean, years.
And I love how you have the large banners mixed in
Mhm.
with the smaller ones.
Mhm. Oh, yeah. Love it. Clear instructions for commissions, with the call to action. Love that. All suits. Yes, perfect for this industry. Commissions open. Here's a gift voucher. Here's how you do it. It comes as this tender gift. Love that so much. And I like that your footer is the uh, email drop.
To start a commission, does that take you to a form that people are able to fill out with the parameters of what they want in their pet portrait?
Nice. There we go. Okay.
It's great.
Love that. So I'm seeing, uh-huh. I would say that all of this information needs to be copied on the contact form as well, so that when I pop over here, my mind is refreshed on what I should tell you, because I know working with commission clients, if it takes me 6 friggin' emails to get the dimensions, like I've already lost money on you. So making it really easy for them is nice. Let's look at our You've got a really soft color palette with this that I think works really nicely. This like lavender and dusty gray is working really well with the overall kind of softness of your, like this is all kind of a color palette similar, which I'm liking. This kind of like putty taupe. Yeah. Great use of your art in every place. And I like these Photoshop. I assume this is a templated image here that you've dropped these into.
Yeah, a lot of them are either Photoshop or do Canva, different mixtures from
Mhm.
just trying to show the work.
I love it.
It's the hard thing of going by my birth name versus going by my artist name too. So I always kind of get all over the place.
Mhm. What are your main questions right now, or what are you trying to head towards with your website?
Just general feedback, because I don't generally show my website as much. It's not the main source of income, so it's sadly it gets pushed to the back end of it. And I
Mhm.
want to push more of the portraits and just more paintings and selling more paintings, and eventually get back to going through prints and all of that. It's just like I hate doing Etsy, I hate doing social media, and it takes
Yeah.
up way too much time and energy anymore.
Yeah, that's so fair. Yeah, I just remind myself that we just don't, no one is making us do it all, and that we're totally allowed to choose. I love that. Um, and this feels like a really bespoke little operation here. It's like it's a commission. I know that what I'm going to get is handmade. It's going to be just of my pet. And that seems like it's working nicely now, and that you'll be able to easily add in a print shop if or when you decide to get back there. Part of me wants to feel it. Let me get back to our landing page. Part of me feels that I want it to feel a little bit more of you in here. I get a little bit lost in this. Like I might put this, like edit this, turn this into something more concise for that landing page. And whether or not you're comfortable sharing a photo of yourself, however you'd like to represent yourself, maybe it's your hands. You know, if you don't want to show your face, maybe you want to show your hand on a piece of, on a paintbrush or whatever, but something that feels like it brings you in, because, I'm getting that feeling here like, okay, this is clearly like a stock image. We're not seeing your handwriting here. So it feels kind of like it feels a little bit anesthetized from the like warmth and presence that I know you have. And so injecting that in some way, I think would feel nice, because you see the wonderful tenderness clearly that you have to your subjects. And I just want to feel like, oh, who's the like wonderful lady who's going to love my puppy as much as I do? I know that so much about pet portraits is like really about emotion and connection. And so I would say that like you might get some more leverage just injecting a little bit of that from yourself in there.
Yeah,
Other,
agreed. The taking pictures of myself, I don't like that as much, but I know that that makes it a personable thing, and a lot of people are into buying the artist. That's part of buying the art, is they want your story.
that's
So
it.
yeah, like your hand making something, that
Maybe
always helps.
maybe you with a pet.
100%.
Yeah.
Such a good call. Alana, I was actually thinking for you too, if you didn't want to show photos of yourself, that like just like a picture from one of your balconies in one of these incredible places that you've lived, or a picture of the cat that travels around with you, or something like that could be a nice move for you too.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, Meg, I would also just make your header stick on the top. Like the headers, when you're scrolling down, the header's getting lost. I want to be able to just click something else right away from the top without having to scroll up.
It's one of those things that to me, I find it as a curse for myself. I work on it so much I get blind to it.
yeah, yeah.
Eyes, because mine are not doing it anymore.
Yeah.
That's so real. So real. Do you feel good? Do we feel good on your site, Meg? Thank you so much for sharing it. This is great to see.
I love the Meg with the heart and the paw print too.
I do too.
Yeah.
Can I
Yeah.
just say, I want to see that boulder because it's really hard to see it from here.
It
Or
is.
maybe just bigger. It can be delicate, but that's your brand and we should see that more.
I even
I'm
have it printed on the boxes that I have like the purple tissue paper, and I have
Yeah.
a paw print wax stamp that I use when I close everything and seal it. It has the
photograph that.
wax stamp. So that's where I got that wax stamp. So that heart with the paw print is the stamp.
Oh, that's so good, Meg. You should photograph that so we could
Yeah.
see that. People want to see that special care because then they really want to send that gift. Yeah. Love that with
Yeah.
the tissue paper.
Show
Oh,
like
yeah.
a wrapped version on like the commission page or whatever. Like
Yeah,
that's
that's what I
that's the
started
money
trying.
shot.
I
always
love
have a
that.
hard time selling myself. So that's why I started going into all the little pieces of like, okay, what's better? Like when you open something. Same thing like when I opened the painting from Brittney, like it had just like the right elements. I was like, oh, I love that sticker. Oh, that's really cute. And it's
Yeah.
just like seeing
Oh,
these different things, like getting excited when you're getting mail. So that's one thing I
yeah.
wanted people to be excited to open it and then be excited again once it's opened.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Go into that. Tell that story to the people landing on your website. Let them know that that's what they're in for. That's such a wonderful way to add that intimacy. Yeah, I love it. Hey, shall we go to chantel2crows.com? Oh.
Yeah.
Yay,
I
Chantel.
just want to let you know right now that the homepage is a little bit messy because I've been playing around and making a few mistakes. So
Good.
yeah,
Perfect.
but anyway, yeah.
Perfect. So here we go. Creativity, nature, wisdom, create the freedom to live your truth. Boom. And this incredible photograph of you. I love this photo. Yep. So right away we have an offering. I understand that I can get a service and it's just like boom, action. We have a product in our Spirit Oracle cards. This is the story behind it. Love it. Love it. Action. Call to action. Buy. I like how the button switches. It's like, yeah, the urgency. Let's get that stuff in the cart immediately. And then events, because you do stuff live, where, and what. Love it. So I can go to events. Let's see. Oh, okay. Nothing here. So it looks like that'll be something to button up. Let's start your journey. Okay. Okay.
I love the photos too with each category. It's
I do
really easy
too.
with those. They're fun too.
Beautiful.
That is
Beautiful.
such a beautiful photo of you, Chantel, at the end
Yeah.
there. And it
Yeah.
brings you in. Even people who don't know you would be like, oh, I want to know her.
Oh, 100%. I I am feeling like this section here is huge and could get some like layout help. I kind of want to get to your like face sooner almost. Like it's Chantel Two Crows, psychic shaman, and I want to be able to look into my psychic shaman's eyes right away.
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
So if you just click on offerings, that's where I've started to play around with a different look about it, different coloring, and then maybe
Oh.
bringing that into the front page.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
Leave a little bit more space on your left-handed side because especially anybody with glasses, when you are looking at that tangency of your color border and your text right there, and depending on how their vision is, it kind of blurs out and it will be hard for them to like read it. They'll be squinting at it a lot.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I'm seeing in general like some layout questions. But I love the color palette that you're leaning into here, and I would love to just be immersed in these wonderful deserty kind of almost tones on your homepage too. Leaning into that wonderful like ochre and lavender, I think would be very pretty. What platform are you using to design your site?
WordPress. So my
WordPress. Okay.
husband started this a few years ago. So this is his front page. And anyway, it's WordPress and he's really busy doing other stuff. So he's just like, babe, you've just got to figure it out. And
Yeah.
WordPress to me, is not very friendly for amateurs.
Mhm.
But Chat GPT has definitely been my best friend because I just go into chat, I say, I'm an amateur, I need it step by step, this is what I need to change. So
Great.
with WordPress, and then Elemental is, what you change and play around with the pages.
Okay.
But my bigger question is that this website's really quite big with, the shaman side of things, but I really want to be able to start offering, putting my paintings and putting that side of Chantel Two Crows, the artist, in. But I'm just not sure how to blend those two, or do I create another another website, which I really don't want to do, but
Yeah.
do I just
Brittney,
amplify my shop page, like get more products in my shop, but then that's not really advertising it me as an artist either. So
Brittney, do you have feedback on that?
Yeah, possibly take some photos of you in front of paintings, or have them photoshopped so that your paintings are behind you and that's the backdrop. That might help tie it in a little bit better.
That's fun.
The shop features on the front page, if you want to include a couple things that you have available along with all your services.
Yeah, as one of these, kind of like make a side scroller of products on that. I think that'd work beautifully. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, personally, I think all you have to do is say psychic shaman and visionary artist, and then at the top put another
That's it.
page for artwork.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And then you have your gallery, and then from the gallery you can link to prints.
That's it.
Put those in the shop too.
I love that. Yeah. In many ways, you're kind of up to what I'm up to also, Chantel. You're trying to say, like, I have some products, I have some original work. I am a painter, but I also offer these services. I do one-on-one stuff, but I do group stuff. And it totally all belongs in one place because it's all Chantel.
Yeah. Okay.
And I honestly, I just want to be able to look into your eyes right away when I land on this page. I just feel like it's really about you.
What about in the top left spot that's empty? Put your face there.
Could be cool. I'd be curious to see how you do it.
Or maybe move the nature scene so that it's a bit
shorter.
shorter, and then
I love the forest, like this misty forest. It's like
Beautiful.
really setting the mood for me, but it like the text just needs to be like cut a little bit and like reformatted. But I like how it scrolls. It's really nice scrolling.
The creativity, nature, wisdom should be actually on the other side where it's really white. But
yes, because you don't see it.
I have this trouble with the hovering text too. Trying to figure that out over video has been vexing me. I feel from a branding standpoint and from a language standpoint, I would love for you to kind of choose between these. Feels like you're kind of saying this, like you need to kind of pick what the main message is and maybe put the other message somewhere else. Use these in different places, like Chantel Two Crows, psychic shaman and visionary artist, create the freedom to live your truth would be a lovely landing, and then use creativity, nature, wisdom, maybe somewhere else down this page.
Yeah, cool.
I love it. And I agree. I know that also where you live is such a big part of who you are. And so I agree that I like having that in there in the same way that I like to see Brittney's sunflowers and
So maybe taking a few more shots of me with my art at home, with the like that scene background kind of thing,
Do you already have product shots of your art, Chantel?
No, I haven't started. The only thing that I've got on there as a product is my Oracle cards, but I haven't even gone into thinking, so what am I going to
have like your art photographed?
I've got some, like I've got the Oracle cards artwork photographed.
Well, like this product photography is so great.
Beautiful.
And I think what we were talking about before, like what Brittney has done by holding her work, like if you were to if we see you holding your art, that's probably going to be fabulous.
Yeah. Okay. In the scene of wherever I'm, up the creek or whatever.
Yes.
And then it's even like just the selling of originals to the selling of prints and like that kind of blows my head apart of trying to figure out. And how do
Eh,
you know, like how, like, are you pricing? You know, my husband definitely prices my original work more than what I think it's worth. Um, but then even like, the people that have your prints and selling your prints, do you just have a company already hooked up to print your work, or do you already have the print sitting at home ready to sell? Like, how does that work?
Why
This
this?
this is an extensive part of our notes in the entrepreneurial palette. Like if you go back 2 years, like we're talking about prints and how to price things and drop shipping. So
Oh,
that
okay,
there's a
cool.
lot of that in the notes. And in the future, I know we're going to talk about it more too
Yeah.
on these
Yeah.
trips because
Yeah.
And
it's
that
there's so
full
many.
archive is available for Express members in the Mighty Networks. All of
Yeah.
that back catalog is there, all of your notes. This
Oh,
is
great.
something I know that there is a treasure trove of info.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're all doing something a little different. But I'm pretty sure hooking your site up to a drop ship company that you feel is aligned with your values is a really good way to do it. Again, because it keeps people on your website instead
Yeah.
of going to another website like Etsy. You have
Yeah.
everything there. And
Mhm.
yeah, I do both. So it's always
Yep.
a work in progress.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Yep. I love it, Chantel, and I know the complications of trying to say like I do a service and I have a product and then I have all these different categories, events, etc. But I think the bones are here,
Yeah.
certainly. I look
Yeah.
forward to seeing the next iteration of this. Thank you for sharing that.
Oh, thanks for being here in the perfect timing. Like, the last 2 days has just been full website learning. So when I seen it
Nice.
come up, it's like, oh my God, this is freaking the vision train, right?
That's right.
Synchronicity.
That's how we do it. That's
Yeah.
how we
So
do
thanks.
it. Thank you very much. Hey, look what we have here. This is fun, Sudie Belle.
Thank you. So the Sue by Sudie Bell thing, I'm not certain about. I
Okay.
think most people won't get it. But we're thinking about it.
Okay. I love it.
I
Video.
wanted to make this video, right, that's up there going. I wanted to make it the background here, but I
Mm-hmm.
can't. I really don't think that that's possible.
Okay.
So
Okay. And so I know that you're still in progress with this. So, and will you tell us what platform you're using to build it?
Hostinger.
Say it again.
Hostinger.
Okay, I don't know this one.
My cousin's a graphic designer and told me about it. It's like they've got really good pricing, but yeah, hardly anybody knows about it.
Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
So the live photo kind of situation or scrolling video behind here what is that?
It's just a video that came that I could use that they have.
Yep. One of their stock things. Okay.
Yeah, but I wanted to put something of mine like how you have, how a lot of people have. That's how I wanted it to be. I'm sure maybe I can do a little more research and figure it out, but yeah, that's what I would prefer.
Okay. And so the shop link is not live? Oh, it is. Okay, the button is broken, it looks like from here. I'm not getting a link.
Okay.
I'll navigate from the top though works. Lovely. Okay. Yep. Yep. So I'm seeing originals and the shop doesn't have categories, which seems like it's working for you because I'm not seeing like stickers or stuff. It seems like it's all in the same category. So I'm not like missing the categories. Let's look at about.
No.
Oh. Lovely artistic journey statement there, Sweetie Belle. And I love seeing this photo.
Thank you.
Oh, this is so good. Dig this, Brittany. Don't you love seeing all of this kind of like social stuff?
Yeah.
The workshop pics are awesome.
Really sweet.
Yeah, you can tell that you have a passion for what you do.
Yeah.
But I was reading, like, I should put more words.
Mm-hmm.
I've got
Okay.
too many pictures, less words. Or I mean, yeah, so like
Cute.
the SEO or whatever you're talking about, that you need to have like a certain amount of words, otherwise you'll just like your site gets lost, basically.
Yeah. Well, so we're not full SEO masters. Neither of us, I think I can speak for both Brittany and I, have specialized with that particular talent tree. But from everything that I've been learning, yeah, if you want to be able to be found, some words that can be crawled are useful. All of that has changed a ton in the last 6 months, and that's kind of keeping up on that is kind of its whole own. You got to schedule time just to like read up on what search engines are prioritizing for. So the conversation about search engine optimization has just gotten more complicated. I'm still figuring out where we're at right now. But last I heard, yes, it is helpful, which is part of the methodology behind me moving my newsletter archive into a blog on my website, because one of the things I'm trying to do is drive traffic towards lisettemurphy.com. I want things to funnel to lisettemurphy.com, and I want to establish myself as a thought leader in these certain areas on lisettemurphy.com. So words are important for those things to get established. And I can, because you're working with Reiki, with Enso, there's a lot of, you could be doing a lot of education for people on your website, because these are really specific traditions, really specific disciplines. And I like that you're starting to do some of that storytelling, but I'd be really interested to like, but what does it mean to be an Enso painter? Like, what does it mean to be a Reiki? Like having some more like, clearly this is a huge part of what you do. And I love the photos, but I'd be curious about more
This
of it.
page has nothing. Don't even worry about looking at this page yet.
Okay. No problem. Okay. And this is a portfolio.
Yeah, and so part of it is I feel like I've like a lot in the beginning is resin paintings, and it's just, I've kind of changed directions a lot, but I still feel it's valuable to show what I've done. So
Absolutely. Brittany, you were starting to say something?
I'm super motivated by Shara's website, how each one had a story on the hover. Each one
yeah.
told the story behind the work, and I think that could be valuable for you and all your examples.
Great call.
This is something that I came up with while I was doing this practice, and it gives an insight to you, and it creates more wordage on your page.
Great call.
Yeah.
And then can you go to the homepage again? Because I think it scrolls down a lot and we kind of just skipped over that, the homepage.
For sure. I just wanted to highlight that in each of your products, which you have quite a few of, you have an opportunity to do more storytelling. This is like your boilerplate, it looks like here, but you could pack a lot more information in here. So let's go back to to here.
So here, like, I think I'm going to put, sign up for the newsletter, and then where it says email address, and then have the email right there, submit, and then just keep scrolling and see how it's like, it brings you down. Like, here's where I would probably put, commission. I'll have like a commission link, or live performance if you want me to come live paint, a link to get in touch with me to do that. I've always wondered about doing my healing services on my art site. So it's always been a thing for me where I think it's so confusing. So I haven't even broached that idea yet. I've done healing work through another business where we had our own website portal before. And that's the way that I've done it in the past. But if you can go down, keep scrolling down on the homepage here, it gives you the shop, and then it comes and it goes like, here's some information about me, and then it takes the gallery. It's like,
I see.
is it too like all over the place? Like, should I put it more concisely, not have the gallery on the homepage?
What
just
about
put all
the gallery being like a side scroll, and so it doesn't take up as much like a vertical space?
yeah.
I'm wanting to see that with your shop as well. Give me a teaser, whether you decide to do 4 or 8 or whatever, and then see and side scroll to truncate that. And I would, my preference might be to take like 3 of your strongest pieces that seem like they give a teaser of your ultimate gallery and put that here. And when people click on it, it will take them into the full gallery, if not a full side scroller. And that'll truncate this a little bit. So
Right,
like,
this here has a whole bunch of old stuff.
Right.
So people might get the wrong idea.
hey, I am going to give anyone permission to take anything out of your portfolio that you don't want there. If the vibe doesn't feel like you want to look at it, you don't have to put it there. When I realized that, I was so relieved.
Yeah.
You just don't have to put it there. You're making work. You're going to put work that feels more representative of who you are now, that feels good in your belly when you see it on the screen. That's the work that you put online.
Yeah.
And if you look at a piece and you kind of are like, oh, you don't have to put it there. It's your website.
Yeah. Yeah, I've really got to think about that, because there's a few of them where I feel that way.
I get it. I 100% get it. I totally get it. And this is part of what I'm saying about we're evolving as artists, and we're allowed to you can bring, if you edit something out, you can bring it back in if you realize you really want
I
to
feel
show the
there's
world.
so much I want to let go of. There's so
Mhm.
much I want to let go of, and I just want to breathe new.
I loved purging my portfolio. I loved it. When I took out a bunch of stuff, I was like so relieved to not have to be pinned to those pieces anymore. So if you need the confirmation that it feels good and it's valuable, hell yeah.
I just gave a couple pieces to somebody in my family to hang on their wall. I'm like, if somebody buys it, you'll ship it to me. But
Yeah.
like I'm tired of looking at it, that kind of thing.
I love it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, here we
Categorizing
are.
maybe
More
if
to
you
think about.
if you had like the teaser, like uh here's the teaser, these are my nature pieces, and you have a photo of it, of your favorite nature piece or your favorite inso, and each of those take you to a separate gallery that's categorized. That might be a nice way to do it too. I was on Amanda's page the other day, and
Mhm.
she has all her paintings categorized by the year that they were made,
Mhm.
like 2018 to 2020. And
I
you
love that. Yeah.
I noticed she doesn't put all of her paintings in there either. She just puts her favorite ones. So
Mhm.
totally let go of what you've got to let go of. I like
Yeah.
belly
I'm
feeling.
excited about this new blank canvas space, the energy, the cultivation of creation, and about all of these tools that I've learned from you guys. I'm just very excited about it. And it's not that I love the artist I was. I just feel that I'm like, and it's like I've waited this long. The website's not, it's not a rush,
No.
So
No. Infinite game. Infinite
Yeah.
game. You change, it changes. You change, it changes. We just keep playing. You know what I almost want to say as a closing note here, as I'm sitting with this splash, like one, yes, definitely we want to personalize this video in the background. We're going to figure that out. You're going to tackle that. but I'm thinking because it's serving multiple purposes, services and a shop. So we're back to like, something that I struggle with, what Chantel has been playing with. I kind of want your splash info here to be more about your meta practice, like more about like a bigger picture than it is almost about the shop. You can, or something about this statement here. I don't know. Does that resonate at all?
Yes, I do. I do understand what you're saying. Part of me is like, my Hostinger subscription's like about to expire. I'm like, should I just scrap it and go with something that everybody does, that so I can get more
Wix
information
says
and help?
50% off.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm so
I
like that though.
I
I'm
just
like,
bought
let's just
a
start
really
over
good
again.
price, so
It's the third time let us start over. It'll be the magic time.
Oh my gosh, the number of times I've redone my page. Holy guacamole.
Yeah. Okay. Because we're just figuring things out here.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you so much. I feel like just being like seen in this way, it's so helpful for me, like to put myself out there, and then I'm like, okay, there's so much I need to work on, But I feel like when I can kind of let myself be seen, then the collective conscious kind of transmits other people's maybe edits that they've like, their ideas kind of come to me whether you tell me or not. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like it's in the ether, like, because I allow myself to humble myself for you guys to see it, and I put it out there, then the universe will respond by sending it back. So thank
Yeah.
you for being here.
Thank you for sharing your energy, Sudie Bell. I love it. And I'll just put this note out there. If anyone on this ride would like to have some, again, body doubling time, or time where you're just like, oh, I could use an hour to actually touch that web design. Come hop on sometime with me for quiet car, or let's chat about when we want to do some co-working time, because sometimes that's what it takes. So we can keep that combo rolling. I know we don't have much time left, and we've got to get through Sani, Stone Anima, which I'm not quite sure whose that is.
That was
Serena.
the Mighty Networks chat. A new person.
Oh, really? See if I'll bring the chat up if you've got it. I'm just checking the 21 messages I've missed here. Okay. We have been in sync on the train today. It's been a good one. This has been a real Oracle ride today. Great. Okay, cool. Let's give ourselves some time to respond to Sani. And Sani couldn't be here live, but she left this for us. This is where we land here. This is really fun. I like this sweet little word mark that Sani has made over here. And that we get to see lovely Sani right away with her work all showing. It gives me a lot of nice information about just her warmth and her character and her work all at once. That's fun. And I see just quickly that I can scroll down. Wonderful statement of purpose. And I absolutely love, love, love this photo of Sani. That is really effective. Love it. Art is my magic. Very clean. Tells me an awful lot about her. Sani Cudahy is a visionary shamanic artist, mother, Moon Mana sacred circle facilitator, medicine spiral graduate, and qualified yoga teacher living in the coast in County Wicklow, Ireland. Boom. Lovely. Just lovely. Lovely writing here. Nice and bold. I love the black background. Large scale mandala garden installation. This is great because I know that this got some heat on television. This was in, I think, wasn't it? Or she had done some garden stuff, so that's good. Right? There was like a reality show that she had done some work for her friend who was like in the gardening show, right?
I think that this was, yeah, I think it was for some kind of exhibition that was at a public park or public
Mm.
gardens.
Okay. So artist bio. So now we've got a nice close-up banner behind her name, and she's giving us a bit of a CV in timeline format. That's nice. That gives us a sense of how long she's been in the game. And then some sweet little behind the scenes. That's nice. It gives you a sense of Sandy and the elements, which feels really appropriate for her work. Again, I like the
For the timeline, it's better to go from recent to not recent, right? Recent to past, I feel. Or no?
I think that's standard. That might
Yeah.
I might flip that on her
I
thing
might flip
too. So here's her shop, and so it gives us original, Jaclay, Daily Visions. I think something here I might say Daily Visions is only a word that really makes sense to those of us who know what that means, but technically this is originals. They're low-priced originals, so I'm curious about how that's classified.
Affordable originals.
Yeah, exactly. Like originals below X amount.
Like on paper or like, yeah.
Original sketchbook.
Like I think mine are listed as original 4x6 illustrations.
I love that.
That is an interesting struggle, the daily vision.
It is. So I'm noticing I've got this set on my website too, where originals will just be marked as sold. And then it's up to me to automatically remove them. How do you do it, Brittney?
That's how I do it. I leave them up as sold for a little while so
Right.
people see the urgency of the buying the thing because it's selling.
That's right. And I've noticed Amanda does that too. I like that about her. On her page, you can see that too.
Yeah, the supply and demand idea.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Very sweet. Her holding the work. You get Katie holding the work. Too cute. I really like how that all flows actually. Let's look at her prints. I like how these are laid out. These look like she's taken those photos. That's a nice touch. Yeah, I like that she's taken the photos. I think there's we've been talking about a lot lately about as John Rowe put it the other day, the currency of authenticity. And there's a lot of authenticity. It's a sweet currency when you can say, look at my hands and look at my art, and this isn't AI, this is me, and this is all of my humanity. So that's really pretty how she's got that. And then she's working a blog. Look at you, Sandy.
Photo. Yeah, that's nice.
Say that again.
I like how each blog has a photo to go with it to kind of give you an insight about what the blog might be about.
Love that. And it's like it's like, hey, I'm doing this training at this incredible place. And yes, so good.
I was there when she took that picture. I have the same one with Amanda.
So this is great. She's doing this storytelling that's like behind the scenes in a way that, I mean, and this stuff is just so exciting for people to find out more about. So I love that she's doing that. This is a little behind the scenes on what Daily Visions means. So she is walking it through us. Love the Daily Visions. I wonder if that's linked in her shop. Like I would want to be linked to this Daily Visions thing from here.
Yeah, that might be nice at the top. Or about it.
And like again in the product, right? Yeah. Oh, I think she's doing a great job on this website though. Get in touch, nice and succinct, very clean. It's just going to pop up my mail client. Okay, cool. Love that.
The branding in the corner is really nice too.
This up here, yeah. This is sweet, nice and clean. Hey, look, 10% sale. She's using this splash up top. This is using a little bell and whistle on her website. Until midnight on December 9th. Something tells me that this might be an old banner.
2023.
Classic. I'm going to use Xmas 2023 and buy everything. Okay. And so she's also got a login. So she's seen, so I'd be curious to know how she was using that. Overall, what's our impression of this? What do we think and what do we want more of? Or what's really working?
I love like that you can feel Sandy's personality through the whole thing and all of the pictures she has herself. And I do love the personal touch of some of the pictures, but I know for galleries, if she's aiming toward doing any of that, that having professional photos is like crucial. Having photos that are good enough to submit and being able to show those. And I think she probably has a mix of both.
Mhm.
You can do professional photos yourself if you have the right equipment. It doesn't
Mhm.
have to be, you don't have to pay somebody else to do it,
Mm-hmm.
but having pictures, like I know she has professional photos because she
She's
has
running
prints,
Giclées. Yeah,
right?
right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, I think
Mhm.
it's nice you see like Katie's face in there and stuff like it's that personal touch that I like.
But making sure you're getting maybe some places with like a really pro presentation somewhere or like like a sexy kind of gallery layout. Yeah, I see
Yeah,
that.
maybe. And also, the feel of it overall is very welcoming
It
and it's
really
not
welcoming.
intimidating at all. It's all Sandy in all of her power, but without anything, you know, intimidating or
Mm,
overwhelming.
it
Like I
is
like
very
the black
welcoming.
background and I like how there are links. And I agree, there should definitely be a link to that little Daily Visions blurb that brings you back to where you can buy the Daily Visions and from the Daily Visions to the blurb. Like
Hmm.
they should be connected.
Hmm. But overall, I think she's doing awesome.
Yeah, it's great.
Uh, okay, I know we've only got a few minutes left. We got to make it work. So, do we know who this is, Brittany?
Okay, so this is Joseph Blewett from the UK. I haven't met him yet, but he dropped his website in the chat and he was said he couldn't make it. So
Okay, very cool. So this is fun. So we get to really have like a fresh, we don't know this artist yet. Stone Anima, welcome. The man who moves a mountain begins by carrying away small stones. A Confucius quote. We've got these zooming nature landscapes here. So I'm definitely getting the nature vibe. So if I say explore, okay, it takes us to a portfolio. Beautiful information that I'm getting here about this workbench and all these wonderful materials. My goodness. Projects, beads, I'm getting it now. Jewelry, sculpture. Really lovely, material rich. I'm just understanding the um okay, minerals, stones. So we're doing some storytelling here. Beads. Cornwall has more variety of minerals. Da, 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 the beads. Okay. Fun facts. I sense that I'm probably incredibly interested in all of this information. I'm getting some etymology. I'm getting some fun facts about early human history. I have trouble with this format, even as someone who loves black and white and all caps. I do this kind of stuff all the time, and it's like I might like it, but your site visitor is having trouble getting through this. They're not reading this at all.
Hard to
Uh,
read.
very hard to read, uninviting. And then I come down here and I'm like, so what am I looking at? Is this a portfolio? Is this I absolutely love this work though, and I love all of the product photography.
yeah.
Beautiful. And the zoom is really a pretty function.
Yeah, I agree. You make that first part a little more bold and easy to read because it is exciting. Just
Hmm.
bouncing through it for a little bit. Those are some really fun facts.
Hmm.
Makes you interested in what he's making.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's go to about. Very cool. Again, more fun material and nature play. That's really a beautiful.
I like the picture. It's a
uh,
cool way to do a selfie.
yeah, that's fun. I see that it says commissions are welcome. I would make that a hot link so that I could contact him right from that word. Like I would have a contact button here for sure. Even though you've got contact up here, I want to be able to do it probably from your about page. Um, okay, best wishes from Joseph. Okay. What's going on in the shop? So if I click on shop, it doesn't take me to a landing page. I have to select one of them first. I always prefer when it lets me go to a shop and then click around rather than forcing me to go to one category first. I like to be able to give uh, if a landing page for that if possible, although I know that that's a platform thing.
This is on Squarespace, right? Or is it Wix?
I didn't look. How do we find that
Oh.
out?
Scroll all the way down.
Oh, it's Wix. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I know on Squarespace, that's a feature that it depends on how you build the folder for shop. If you have it as it's to go for the categories, or if you have it for going to different pages, it won't let you click on shop. You have
That's
to.
right. That's right. Okay. Brittney, what are your thoughts?
It's very clean. I love all the product photography again, that's really nice. It's clean. All the beads are close up.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Beautiful.
so
Ooh.
story. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm confused by the language on projects. Like it says that it's available. So it's like, am I looking at a portfolio or am I looking at a shop? Like if back to portfolio, if portfolio and it's projects, I'm looking at this and I'm like, that looks to me like an installation or something that was like a one-off. So you'd be telling me about stuff that was already done. If it was a project, I'm going to assume that this is something that isn't purchasable, but once I get in here, I can see that that is available. So that's a little confusing. I clean up that navigation, love the photo, and I love the work. This jewelry is gorgeous, and I want to wear it, and I want to buy it, and I want to give it to my husband.
Mhm.
I love it. It's beautiful. Really beautiful photos. Holy cow. You get such a wonderful sense of materiality and a sense of place. This artist is doing a great job bringing me into his world. Gorgeous work.
Yeah. Clarifying the shop items would
Mhm.
help a lot.
Mhm. All right, here we go. SaaSflow.com's Art Serena Abundance Studio. Okay, so this is our friend Serena. We've got instantly a pop-up here that says let's stay in touch, subscribe for, and she's telling us what we're gonna get: studio news, events, new gallery items, and more. Clean, bold. I'm seeing some alliteration with this kind of like geometry. That's fun. I feel a little bit confused by the capitalization in here. I might just clean up, make some different copy decisions there. So I exit out of that and I come right in and I instantly get the vibe. Oh, this is a place. This isn't just a person. It's a studio space. Art plus healing plus community is a really succinct way to tell us that multiple things happen here. And I instantly am brought right in to understand kind of a little bit of the flavor. And she tells us right away where we are. Welcome to the Central Oregon Coast's home for creative healing, where we are, what we do. Love that. She's highlighting stuff from our blog, and it's relatively recent. It's July. Always nice when. Okay, so if I clicked on that, I've got a 1-minute read. So local, giving us a local scene here. Okay, so that word shop brings us to shop. I'd say anywhere you have like the word shop, let me click on it. Visit our shop in the tab above. No, just visit our shop and make that a hot link.
And if you can photo a hot link too. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I would say make your photos work for you as links to other things always. And as a note, fill in your alt text. Describe your photos such that a reader could. This is a whole special trip, but do a little research on it. It's worth it to put alt text on your photos. Okay, so it's a gallery. It's events. I'm getting a real local vibe. Classes and workshops. Can I click on that? Oh, good. Takes me to events. Perfect for booking. So they've got a booking client. Okay. Great. First Fridays, time and location. So if I RSVP, okay, good. So it's all in platform. That's nice that you're doing all of that on platform, and the built-in map is a nice way to do it for a local business. I'd say that's essential. Let's learn about. Love this again. And she's got a space, so it's like the business is a little more dialed in on their calls to action and how they describe themselves. It's clear, like your creative refuge on the Oregon coast is another beautiful example of where we are and what we do. Brittney, what's your feedback on this page, on the about page?
I love how it's organized with the pictures on one side. You got a lot of information.
Uh-huh.
You have some links. That's nice.
Uh-huh.
It's very good information about the code of conduct on the bottom.
Yeah, you know what this is? This is so you can tap the sign, so you can say, this is posted somewhere. I have alerted you to our codes of conduct, respect, nonviolence, acceptance. This also tells me about her mission, vision, and values. Like she's really giving us more understanding about this mission oriented work that she's doing.
And I like the uniform background. I think this goes across most of the pages we've clicked on.
I think so too. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, that's a nice unifying element, isn't it? Oh, good. She's making it really easy for us to see the different ways we can interact. We can rent the workshop space. We can rent a private room. There are memberships. There is art therapy. And Zool has design services. This is kind of a nice way of menuifying a lot of different offerings for us that we can just kind of select. And I can say like, oh yeah, actually, I didn't think I was here for that, but yeah, I am. I do need voiceovers. I am going to go over to Zool. That's a nice way to tie in the, there we go. Okay, cool.
Membership plans.
Yeah, membership plans. So that looks like the Squarespace membership platform. I'd be curious how they're building this. I'm not getting the full tell. I'm not sure where this is from, but I like this. I like this. Okay, so she's representing different artists. So we've got artist bios from a number of different artists. I would love to see headshots of the artists. Anarcha. I love it. They have to do a lot of heavy lifting because there's so many things going on. It's like live communications and booking and yeah, any notes of things that you would change, Brittney?
In the shop, how we had each artist
Mm-hmm.
available work. Are those all linked to each person's bio that she had going on?
No, the bios seem kind of disconnected.
Might be nice to connect those two. Like if we had Jesse Carroll and then you
Mhm.
can somehow go from there to that specific part in the bio so that you can, but it looks like she's got it in the
Mhm.
description too for the product. So that's nice.
I see. That is nice. Okay, that was a good reveal. Yeah. Yeah, you can and this is one of those Google how to do it, but you can have links directly to a portion of the page, not just a top of the page. And learning that has been a game changer for me. So she could link to different sections of that artist list. Yeah. I see that we're at 8 p.m. here, Brittney, which to respect everyone's time, that is technically the end of our sesh, yeah?
You did it so good.
I'm gonna start my share.
Wow, I'm impressed.
We got to see so much wonderful work, and I feel really strengthened just by seeing what the community has been doing. Like I can tell that so many of us have leveled up a ton. Everyone's done a ton of work.
That was epic. I have to say that Lisette and Brittany, I think that you guys were so spot on with your critiques and auditing of the different sites, and so cool to see so many different approaches to websites.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's nice just to think like, what am I using this for? Like we're told all the time you need this, you need to do this, your website needs to include this, it's got to look like this. And it's like, well, actually we have agency, one, and two, you're going to have probably different goals at any given point in time. Like I shared with you, like my previous iteration was I was really preferencing like I'm trying to drive newsletter signups. A couple years ago it was I'm trying to drive print sales. As soon as I get something going live, I'm going to be preferencing live. So it just keeps changing. I have loved this so much. I thank everyone for sharing their stuff and just sitting through a big long sesh like this. This felt great. I feel like I would love to, if anyone wants to drop stuff in Mighty Networks, if people wanted to continue their conversation on this, that's cool with me. I'd love to, report back, Chantal, when you do a little something, like let us know when you're like, hey, how does this look like on the website, on the splash page? I'd just love to see updates if you wanted to share.
Yeah, just seeing where everybody's at makes you feel more like a human being.
I want to ask just a question because I basically, even before it was ready, had to like kind of launch the website, make it live, because I was a featured artist in the Women's Caucus for Art, like on their
Mhm.
website, and I wanted people to be able to go and look at my art. And so it wasn't ready, but it was up. And now I feel like it's never going to be ready, like Lizette said. There's always going to be changes and updates. But I want to do some kind of like announcement presentation of like my new website is up, and celebrate it. And I'm not sure how to approach that. Any thoughts, ideas?
You could make a sale, do a special sale or a giveaway or something. Like I have my website's brand new. I want you all to take a look. If you sign up for my newsletter, I'll choose somebody from that newsletter list and give you a print or a sticker or something that might drive people there.
I love that. Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
And
yes.
they have to give me, an email.
Info.
Yeah.
That's the
And
energy exchange. That's the exchange. Yeah.
right. I feel like, I've always been afraid to do a newsletter because I'm so erratic about what I share
Mhm.
and what I say. And I have a hard enough time just, doing a post on Instagram. But, I've been doing a lot of writing, and I could share just, poetry and thoughts, and, I just need to like make a time to do it, I guess.
Mm.
Yeah, I've stuck with once a month and I've been pretty on point. And if I don't feel like writing a full newsletter with personal updates, sometimes I'll do really long ones and they take me hours.
Oh yeah.
I feel like doing that. I'm like, hey, I don't have words right now, but here's some new stuff in the shop. And I just drop that in there and it's something, but
Yeah.
I've fulfilled my commitment for once a month and it doesn't seem like
And
that.
that's the thing about not actually having a shop, and I have two other websites, and I'm just, like I have one for my body art, like face paint and henna, and I have one
Uh-huh.
for Funky
Mhm.
Fairies, which is more collaged and like mixed media art and not like the paintings. And I want to hive them all together,
Yeah.
but it feels like they all have different feels. Like the fine art and the murals have a certain feel, and the body art is very different, but it's also something that I do a lot. Um,
I was going to ask about that. I would definitely have a link to it. You need to connect it your web at least in some way, even if you don't want to have it all housed on your main website. Say make it very clear that that's one of the other services that you offer, and then open the link in another tab so that it doesn't close your website out when people click that link, but it just brings up more information and ways to connect with you is what I'd say.
so say that again, like a way that the link doesn't close the website.
You typically have the option to say open link in new tab when you're web building. so
Okay.
that it's like I click on body painting and it's taking me to another website, but it's not closing the window that I'm on. So I can still hop back over to sharaosgood.com.
May I ask a question?
Uh-huh.
If I were to just start on a new host, um,
Hmm.
you've got WordPress and Squarespace, what's the general consensus for like, you know, like what do you use, Lisette?
Yeah. So I use Squarespace. I totally prefer it for a variety of reasons, but why I like it really is because of how I use it and like what I'm primarily using my website for. I hosted my shop on Shopify for a while, and unlike Brittney, who has completely figured out Shopify and makes it rock, like I would get in front of Shopify and I would just be like throwing the computer out the window. Like it just did not make sense to me. But Squarespace was really easy for me. So that's part of it too. And I've had a WordPress site and I'm now helping with the Vision Train site, which is Weebly, which I'm now figuring out. I think Squarespace is just such a slick interface, particularly for the type of information that you're sharing. I could see Squarespace working really well for you. But again, this is probably another entrepreneurial palette conversation just
Thank you.
about.
I just wanted to sneak one last question.
Yeah.
I was feeling a bit defeated, and I think that this will help me have some new motivation.
Yeah, good.
Thank
That's
you.
that's what we're here for.
Yeah, this was so juicy. I'm so glad that you suggested this because I've been looking for new guests to bring on and Lizette
Yay.
this and it's such a good idea. Like so valuable. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Lizette.
Thank you, Brittany Monster. Thank you for holding down this space. The entrepreneurial palette is where so much incredible, like real pure skill sharing is happening in this community that is like irreplaceable. It's so good. I'm so grateful for everyone's wisdom here.
Yeah, I wish I had this group, what, like 10 years ago, I would
Right?
Imagine. Imagine.
have it now. So let's do this.
That's it. That's it. Well, should we wrap it up? Call it a day?
All right.
Choo
Thank
choo.
Choo choo.